Hey y'all, we back, y'all. We back with another reaction. And let me tell a little bit about my reaction. My reaction is what I think, what I believe, in my opinion, on these videos that belongs to other people. I sometimes find that I want to express myself. Now, I thought about D4VD. I thought about his parents right here. And I think about what been said about him. Now, the smart thing about this whole case, D4VD and Celeste Rivas case, is he was with her allegedly. I really don't know, but we have seen him in videos, okay, uh, with Celeste Rivas, which she's an older guy. And some young girls, y'all, like older boys. Now, I'm going to be careful what I say in my opinion, being opinionated. Now, this is his mother and father. Now, usually boys will talk to their mom and tell them everything. And tell them what they want them to know. Who is the new girl? Who have they seen the new girl? Have they seen Celeste Rivas before? Have he mentioned Celeste Rivas to the parents? And I believe that there was another young lady by the name Celeste in this case. Okay. Now, for those who don't know, who just joined today and want to know what happened, I am speaking of a 14-year-old girl that went missing. Well, she went runaway, then she went missing, but she was found in the back of these parents' son's Tesla in Hollywood. Okay, they the last Steve Fisher is a investigator, PI, and he mentioned that the last time they saw Celeste Rivas with David, allegedly in January the 2nd of this year. Okay. Now, David, there is a video of David. This allegedly, that's what they said. We haven't seen it. And let me explain this. LAPD has not submit names and blame anybody as a suspect. This is what TMZ is saying because they're supposed to be the sources, I guess, for LAPD, I guess. I'm just going by that. Let's listen to the mother, what she said about David. David wanted to do Fortnite games, y'all. David was not interested in singing. So he got a lot of copyright strikes on YouTube. So the mom right here is going to explain to y'all what she told her son to do, what he should do about that.
I know he's able to play and do, so I said, just make your own music. And that was that.
David says that I used to write music, y'all, back when I was young. Okay, and that's all I wanted to be a ghostwriter. And I like poems, writing poems. David said that Romantic Homicide was one of the worst songs he ever made. David wasn't thinking about becoming famous. David didn't even have a producer. David didn't have nobody. He just, like us, like an ordinary kid, just put his music out there. Let's see what it can do, okay? It's just, how people, you'll be surprised what people like, and you'll be like, wow, y'all like this song? But when you think about it, how did that song come in his mind like that? How did Romantic Homicide came to his brain like that, y'all? But it can happen if since he liked to fantasize. And the reason why I say that, because David allegedly was making Fortnite Fortnite characters. You know what I mean? David was doing a lot of things publicly, but didn't follow the protocols of what he does.
Vocal tracks and stems here. Just threw this up. How do you get your band lab to sound like this? It sounds like studio, etc., etc., etc. And as soon as I saw this, I posted it, and after that, it just went stupid.
There's one night, and we were in the kitchen, and he said, "I have something to tell y'all." I was like, "What?" It was like, "This label." It's like, keep calling, and labels went. I was like, we were like, "What? What are you saying? Boy, stop playing."
I thought it was saying, "Listen, David, just be careful who you're talking to. There's a lot of things going on online." Until we flew to LA, it's like, okay, now this is reality. This is not a scam. This is
Yeah. We literally found out when labels started calling. That's it.
And now we are here. We went from there to here. And David hired an attorney. And the attorney telling him what to do. First time they was telling us that he wasn't he was cooperating. Now they saying he's not cooperating. Now someone allegedly is putting false narratives out there to me, y'all. It's just my opinion. But listen to this.
Details tonight in the investigation of singer David in connection to the death of teenager Celeste Rivas. TMZ reported the singer is now considered a suspect by the LAPD, though no arrest has been made. The girl's decomposing body was found in his Tesla's trunk in a Hollywood tow yard in September. TMZ now reporting the singer took a late-night road trip to the Central Coast region months before the discovery.
There is a mysterious, if you will, road trip that was taken by David back in the spring of 2025. So earlier this year, what we're told is that David went to a remote area of Santa Barbara County, was there for a few hours, and then returned back to LA. We don't know anything more beyond that, but we know that investigators have that knowledge and they're looking closely at that. The other thing that they've learned is that the manner in which the body was dismembered leads them to believe that whoever did that didn't do it alone, that they likely did not act alone, and that there were other people that were involved in the dismemberment. So beyond potentially, obviously trying to make an arrest to find out who did this to Celeste, there could be accomplices that are eventually arrested as well.
Celeste Rivas from Lake Elsinore was 13 when she vanished more than a year and a half ago. Her mother says she had a boyfriend named David, and images have surfaced showing the two knew each other. Her exact cause of death is still being determined. All right, he was a long shot.
Body found inside the trunk of an abandoned Tesla registered to the singer David has been identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas. The teen was reported a runaway and missing out of Lake Elsinore nearly a year and a half ago. Tonight, a house close to where that Tesla was abandoned was searched. Eyewitness News reporter Tim Caputo is there live now in Hollywood with more. Tim.
And Mark, those CSI investigators literally just left the scene about 10, 15 minutes ago. The police tape finally came off, and we were able to come a little bit closer to this house. Now, we don't know at this point what exactly those detectives were looking for, what they got out of that house. We saw them pull evidence and put it into an SUV, essentially where I'm standing right now. We don't even know why they were here in the first place, but this house just happens to be literally feet away from where that Tesla was found. A dozen LAPD investigators took a computer and other items from this Hollywood home just a block away from where an abandoned Tesla was found with a dead teenager in the trunk. Police spent hours at the home on Dehaney Place, placing several evidence bags into an SUV, but they wouldn't say if or how it was connected to the Tesla. Several homeowners say they remember seeing that distinct Tesla for a while. First parked in front of the house police searched today, then at two different spots on the street.
It's a little weird to see a car that I haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd, but at the same time, people could be hanging out with friends for...
But y'all, this man right here is a neighbor, right? He live in the neighborhood. He speak on that Tesla Like, that Tesla don't usually be in front of that door. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? He's talked like, oh wow, it's a Tesla sitting in front of our door. And usually like in the neighborhood, you'll see a Tesla. Maybe he talking about just on his street. But if David stay around the corner from here, it look like he would have seen that Tesla before. Like don't when he leaving out going to the store. It look like, and they give parties. And it looked like he should have seen that Tesla before. Right? I'm gonna back that up a little bit. The Tesla will park on this street, okay? I wonder how many years he been in the neighborhood. I don't know all the cars in our neighborhood. So it may be that kind of situation that you drive by a house and you ain't never seen. But I know all the cars on our street, in the street behind me. I know these people cars. But it may be a situation like since David was a block from them, it's throwing them out seeing that Tesla before. But since he said that car, he haven't seen that car before. Make me think that had the car ever been there before? It got a Texas plate on it. Usually in your neighborhood, you'll see a Texas plate. You know what I mean? He had like the Texas, somebody else been driving the car. To me, I'm just saying, this is my opinion, y'all. What you think?
For a long time.
That abandoned Tesla was towed earlier this month, and workers at a
Hold on.
Hollywood tow yard
Haven't seen here for a long time. Had a big dent on it, had a Texas plate on it. So all a little odd, but at the same time, people could be hanging out with friends for a long time.
That abandoned Tesla was towed earlier this month, and workers at a Hollywood tow yard noticed a foul odor and found decomposed human remains wrapped in a garbage bag inside the car. We now know the young woman found dead was 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, according to the medical examiner, the same teen who was reported missing from Lake Elsinore last year. At a corner store in town, the owner recalled her coming in often.
She always quiet, nice. She come in like if she buy like a chips, soda, and leave. Sometimes she come with a friend from the neighborhood.
Eyewitness News has learned Rivas had run away from home a few times. She was last reported missing in spring of 2024. Those who knew Rivas, who just turned 15 a week and a half ago, say she was bubbly and sweet.
She just seemed very lively and friendly, a typical teenager.
The medical examiner hasn't determined her cause of death, but part of the police investigation will be speaking to the owner of that Tesla, a musician who goes by David. His real name, David Anthony Burke, from Houston, Texas. David, made popular via social media for the songs Romantic Homicide and Here With Me, began the American leg of his world tour on July 30th and has continued performing since the investigation began. Tonight's show, though, in Seattle was canceled. The medical examiner also trying to determine how long Rivas had been dead, but based on the condition of the body, it might have been a while. Those who saw the Tesla this summer and watched LAPD spend hours in this well-to-do Bird Streets neighborhood are rattled by everything that's happened here.
It's scary to think that this is happening, and this is a beautiful neighborhood, very nice, beautiful, expensive homes, and I think that.
So as a parents, this is mother and father. How and what do they think is going on? What have David told them? What have D4VD told them? They know their son. The son signed the house over to the mother. He did everything that the attorney told him to do. Now, if that attorney told him to do that, y'all, it was a reason for that attorney to tell him to put everything in his mother's name. Because guess what? Blair Burke is D4VD attorney. And y'all, she's supposed to be one of the best attorney. Now, for David to follow her rules, get to sign the household to his mama, put it in mama's name, anything that he has, even the bank account, put everything in mama's name. So when they do decide to the suit, they don't have anything. But y'all, the investigation is still open. The toxicology report undetermined. Tell me what you think in the comment section. These are just my opinion. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.